Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel, and to the speckled bird. I'd like to say Shalom to you. Just a quick, something had me thinking about it. This dream that I'd had, man, before I came into the truth. I think it was whenever I still lived in Denver, around 2017, 2018, around that time. Okay, whenever I was first coming across, the truth, on the internet, and I'd came across videos of the Men of Valor brothers, and it was a few different guys then. It was back some years ago, so I'd say about 2018. There was another guy there, but it was whenever I didn't come into the truth then, but I was listening. Something. I don't know how I came across it or anything like that, because before that I was trying to, figure things out, looking into Freemasonry and looking into, UFOs. I was always intrigued ever since I was a kid. I seen the UFOs, so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord, whenever I was real little. And, I was always intrigued after that, and I'd draw pictures, and like my teachers would complain. They would try to send my mother up to the school and complain. But I was always drawing pictures of the UFOs on my homework and on everything, just everything, everywhere, because it was stuck in my mind after I'd seen them whenever I was a child. But I was looking into UFOs. I was looking into the Freemasons, and just trying to find what was really going on, searching for truth. Pretty much, I was searching, and I came across a video of the brothers from Men of Valor. I remember Aharon and the brother Bakar Amos, and in my dream, they helped me in a dream. Before I even came into the truth or whatever, I was watching the videos, and I kept hearing them say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and I kept hearing them say that name, and I was intrigued, and I kept watching. I kept, I don't know what I was going through a lot in my life at the time, and I was searching for the truth, and long story short, I had this dream that I was like, the reason I got this picture up here, because like I was pretty much fighting a demon. Now I wasn't trying to fight him or anything. Like I didn't know at the time. It was a dream, and we was like in this apartment, right? And it was my apartment. I don't know whose apartment it was, but I was in some apartment building, and if I can remember, I'm just gonna say what I remember. I remember in the dream, some dreams are vanity, but in the dream, I remember this Edomite. I didn't know nothing about. I was listening at the time. I didn't really know nothing too much about. I heard that name a few times, and I perceived it to be the so-called white man. And I was listening, and I was listening to those brothers, which led me to Great Millstone. They would always say, "Shalom to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone." That's what they would say. And That's how I found the Apostles channels and GMS Brothers channels. I think about Isaiah chapter 30, start at verse 20. I think it's speak about in thy ears, thy eyes, thy ears should hear a word behind thee saying, "This is the way, walk ye in it." Okay, so that happened to me. And I was listening to those brothers. But in the dream, right, we was in this apartment, and this dude, this Edomite dude, I don't know who he was or nothing. I just perceived that he was a damn demon because, he started like cursing me out or something. I don't know how it happened, what led up to it. I can't remember that far. But he was he was very hostile towards me in this apartment, and he was like pretty much calling me the N word and all types of shit, calling me a nigga, this, that, he started grabbing my wrist, trying to pull me backwards pretty much, and I was trying to get out the door. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna take this. I was trying to get out the door. This dude's like trying to pull me down, and for some reason, like, the reflection off of the light, it was like a dog's eyes. You see the dog in the dark, and there's a light somewhere, and it reflects off the eyes of the dog. The dog, and it has those white eyes. All of a sudden, those scary, creepy eyes. And I knew then. I was like, this is a damn demon. I knew that in the dream, right? And I was like, oh hell no, And I'm trying to get away from it. I finally broke away from the damn demon, and it was in my mind to go and get some help. I was like, no, I'm about to go get somebody to help me with this shit because I don't know what the hell this thing is. I remember in the dream I'd ran out the door, and it was a long hallway, and I'd went down the hallway, and I'd knocked on this door, and then and the person who opened the door, I'd knocked really hard because I was panicking, right? I was in panic. Now this is before I even came into truth, start preaching, right? But I was panicking. I knocked on the door really hard. I probably banged on the door, and Aharon, the elder, the brother from the men of Valor, he had opened the door, and I remember him standing at the door, and then Bakar Moss, he came in my vision inside the home, and I remember, I know that I told them, I was like, man, I need your help. I was panicking. I was like, this damn person over here calling me all types of N words and this, that, and the other, and I don't know, this, that, and the other. All of a sudden, these guys are walking down the hallway, running towards that damn that person, right, wherever I was at, and they got to him and they started like speaking and cursing him out, like in the Hebrew or something like that. And all I can remember is that when we got back, like, it didn't look like the person that I was arguing with. It looked like one of these images. It was like the eyes were different. Like, I had seen a reflection of it, but whenever I had left, it totally, the eyes started just glowing when we got back, and it was glowing, and those guys came in there, and I don't know what they did. I can't remember, but I remember them cursing that damn demon out. And pretty much they helped me to be delivered from that damn demon. Now, I don't know what that means, but they relieved me of it. And I don't know why I'm speaking about this now. I never made a video about that. But thinking about it now, I think that, maybe I was going through something that and I was watching those brothers faithfully, and and I still to this day, and they led me to Great Millstone, right? And I know those brothers as men of the Lord, man. All those brothers in that camp, the men of Valor brothers. Okay, they led me to the apostles and elders. You know, they'd always spoke about it, and I kept looking it up. Yeah, that's right, elder. Hey, 414, call Allah Imla'i Bashim El Shai. And they said something to the demon, right? They were saying something, but I perceived that they pretty much destroyed it, man. I don't know what they destroyed that damn thing. That's what my mind is telling me. I don't remember what happened afterward, but I know they got in his ass somehow, man. They were speaking in the Hebrew tongue, all types of curses after him. Just before I even knew about curses, before I even knew about the Hebrew, I may have heard it every once in a while because the guys were saying Yahabashimi Awashai, and that's what pretty much hooked me. And ever since then, you know, I've been attached, and I've been changing my life and trying to I didn't come into the truth then, but I knew that those guys, basically, this is the way, walk ye in it, man. This is your path. Because I was searching, but the Lord, he came and he gave me that dream, and I knew that's who I was supposed to be listening to, because that was going to lead me to what I needed to hear, what I needed to feel and experience, you know. But the demon, you know, they pretty much destroyed the damn demon, man. All right. And it was something that was in my life. Maybe, I don't know. I was a heavy smoker in my life. You know, I stopped all that. It was just, I was always partying or whatever, man. I stopped all that. I don't even go to no bars. Even before the Apostle Tahar said, don't go to no bars, I didn't even like I was never really comfortable around a lot of people like that unless I get real drunk. And then I want to go and, you get drunk to even go associate. But I ain't never really been a bar person like that anyway. And I perceived that to be like my clue. Right? This is the way, walk ye in it. And I was reading this scripture earlier today. Let me pull it up, right? And I looked up a few of them, right? And this is Proverbs 11:14. It says, where no counsel is, the people fall. And counsel is pretty much, like the scriptures tell you, wear out the foot of the elders. And they led me to the elders, It's like the Lord was trying to show me he extended it, his hand to show me the way. And I've been on that way ever since then, man. Okay, I knew that it was a spiritual dream. I'm a very spiritual person. I don't really have dreams unless they really mean something. Okay. I knew that it was going to be a change in my life ever since that dream. I knew that I had to change. I knew what way I was supposed to go. I knew that where my help was in the multitude of the counselors, man. Men that were following after Yahabashimi Awashai. Okay, and they led me to the apostles of Great Millstone. Right? So it says, where no counsel is, the people fall. Yeah. That damn devil was trying to, pretty much, I don't know what he was trying to destroy me, man. Let me know that, hey, there's help in Yahabashimi Awashai, man. He got men out here, okay, that can lead you in the right direction. That's what the dream was basically telling me. Because ever since then, I've been following the doctrine of Great Millstone since 2000 and pretty much like 18. And I didn't start preaching then, but I was always watching the videos. I didn't really comment too much. I'm very shy. I don't really want no attention or anything, but I was paying attention, listening and learning and going to the scriptures, and just little bitty, the smallest little things, they add up, the experience, but it says where no counsel is, like, so I perceive the counsel to be with the brothers that preach the truth to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now, I've messed up in my life a few times and didn't receive counsel, but that's where the counsel is, man. With the prophets, they're gonna tell you which way to go. The men of the Lord, the teachers, okay, the elders and apostles on down. They telling us the truth, man. This is the truth. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the Lord's name. Everything is real. Everything is real. Okay? Everything is real, man. Okay, you don't have to search no more when you come into this truth. You have comfort and understanding, man. Okay, by the multitude of the counselors too, man. Multitude of counselors, there's safety. So I was safe. The brothers came and delivered me from that situation. Okay, because they were stronger than me and they were able to fight the demon. That's what I perceived. I was weak in faith. And I still struggle sometimes, but I'm built up way bigger than that. But they helped me. And they don't know it, but they did. And they also helped me to find out who the apostles and elders of great millstones was. But I just wanted to say that quick dream real quick, I really didn't have no scriptures. I was looking up, something about safety, because I felt safe after they came. Because that demon had reflective eyes, and I knew it was a demon. Even in my dream, I knew it was a demon. And I knew I needed help. So basically that's just a testimony of how I came into the truth. Anyway, with that, I'd like to say shalom.